Well, let's wrap things up tonight with a look at a business getting a lot of attention across our region. Many say the key to creating a new business that survives is finding something of need in an area that needs it, controlling costs, and perhaps most importantly, building a loyal customer base through exceptional service. Well, Carolina Impact's Jason Terzis stumbled across one that appears to be doing all of that and then some.
Well, when my daughters were home from college over Christmas break, they were each doing what kids that age mostly do: stare at their phones, scrolling social media accounts like Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok, when something caught their attention. Next thing I knew, they were grabbing their mom and heading towards Matthew's to go to a bakery. I said, "Why would you drive 20 minutes to Matthew's just to go to a bakery?" I soon learned the reason.
It's an endless showcase of colors, of frosted drizzle, and delicate precision.
I've always loved to bake.
If you didn't know, you might think you're at an art studio.
People eat with their eyes.
But make no mistake, these are indeed artists, creating the ultimate in eye candy.
We really are inspired by a lot of the pastry chefs in France and Italy and what they do.
The creations, so visually appealing and pretty, it's almost a shame they get ruined by being eaten. But then again, that is the whole point.
And the pastries are just so beautiful and they taste so good.
The cinnamon roll, the strawberry croissant, and then the farmer's cheese roll. I always get the farmer's cheese roll every time I come in here.
Chances are you probably wouldn't think of downtown Matthews as being European influenced, but just by the railroad tracks at Ames Station sits Innescas Sweets of Europe.
I was so surprised when we walked up. I took a bunch of pictures because I was like, oh, this is so pretty. It does, it looks like Europe.
It's just got a different atmosphere, a different kind of flavor vibe to it.
And Innescas isn't known just for its delectable treats. Baristas whip up fruity drinks and gourmet coffees.
All of our recipes and even our coffee, we use an Italian espresso machine and we try to make it a little more, elegant, European inspired.
With mixers going seemingly non-stop, the pastry chefs create an assortment of goodies, like strawberry mousse with a candy coating and a vanilla cake pop that looks like an ice cream cone.
We had a strawberry pastry, she loved it. As you can tell, it's all over her.
Pastries are visual as much as they are taste. People like to enjoy what they're eating and they eat with their eyes, essentially.
Open last summer, it's quickly become a big hit and the go-to spot in town.
The first month was, I think, a major shock to us all. At one point, I was just looking at the line and I said, I don't know how we're gonna get through this.
I just love to see where they started and where it's going, and it is really good to have it here because we don't really have something this unique. And the pastries change all the time, so I just love it.
Innescas specializes in creating custom cakes and desserts inspired by the flavors of Europe with a passion for exquisite craftsmanship.
A lot of the recipes that we use are European, so we have French, so we have croissants, we have macarons, we use Italian method for macarons, we have our Ukrainian cheese rolls, so almost all of the recipes that we use are European based.
It's all about the presentation and the charm, with textures and flavors to match. From left to right, there's German chocolate mousse cake, pistachio raspberry tart, blueberry tart, mango mousse, lemon mousse, tiramisu mousse, and strawberry mousse. Everything made from scratch, including the strawberry topping leaves. The fruit pastries are filled with a sweet light mousse cream and a jam-filled center.
These fruit pastries weren't in Charlotte.
Our best sellers for a really long time were the mousse cakes. Those were kind of what put us on the map, I feel like. The viral crunching sensation that you get, the flavors.
But it's the outside crunch of the pastries that's drawn an even wider audience from outside of Matthews, thanks to social media.
We didn't expect it to go viral.
I'll let you take a guess on what the flavor is. It's loaded with this really tasty, really sweet cream, and then the strawberry jelly in there to really make the flavor present.
We've had several influencers come in here. We haven't asked them in specifically, but they've just walked in and posted us.
Oh my God. And now we're just slowly riding the wave. So we created the wave and now we're just riding it.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, I heard that.
Innescas is owned by sisters Esther Barocca and Abby Borisic. The girls grew up in the kitchen with their mom, baking all sorts of goodies.
She was always in the kitchen, so naturally that pulled us in as well. And so she taught me some of her recipes. I still remember her recipe book. It was like tattered, handwritten, different ink colors, and I remember, and she had some of them in Ukrainian, so she would translate those for me.
I would help my mom with more of the salty aspect of it, so she kind of got best of both worlds because she got the baking daughter and then she got some that would help with the salty food.
From there, you couldn't pull me out of the kitchen. I remember she was like, do you want to go shopping or do you want to stay home and bake? And I'm like, nope, I want to bake.
Esther's passion continued into adulthood, making custom cakes for friends and family for birthdays and other celebrations.
We have a lot of grandkids in our family. We have a really big family, so I was always baking for someone. There's always someone to feed. So I started to go into selling some of these cakes, and so I would do weddings and birthdays on a more elaborate scale.
But Esther's dream was to someday own her own bakery.
Realizing that not everyone gets to fulfill their dream, and I really should try to do mine because it's amazing to love what you do.
Esther asked younger sister Abby to join in, and soon the ladies were off and running, or in their case, baking.
And so I started working with the city, with permits, all of it, and that's when she took a step back and she's like, wow, there's more to it other than the hands-on baking. She does the baking, I do the front end, I run paperwork, admin, all that.
It was only natural, it seemed, that they named the bakery Innescas in honor of their mother.
She definitely had a meltdown.
Mom cried. Yeah, she was super excited. I was super excited. And she comes in all the time to help.
It's the perfect combination of sights, smells, and tastes. Innescas Sweets of Europe has found a home in Matthews, one they hope to be in for a long, long time.
Okay, of course I'm hungry after seeing that. Jason, what did you eat that you liked the best?
The ladies were kind enough to give me a little care package on the way out filled with several goodies. Everything was fantastic. It was almost like too pretty to want to eat it. But I have to say the thing that looks like a lemon, which we showed there in the story, it's a lemon citron mousse cake. Absolutely fantastic. Had a crunchy outer shell with a creamy mousse filling, and it kind of had like a key lime pie almost taste to it. Just really good. It's the presentation, the way they present these things. They're super pretty, and then they're equally as delicious.
So you'll drive 20 minutes again?
I will, and I guaranteed my kids will as well.
Thanks so much for sharing it.